Chapter 1, Sowing the Seeds of Revolution. You will read in this chapter about several journalists who fanned the first embers and then the flames of the American Revolution until it became a roaring conflagration that swallowed Great Britain and other countries and sent them packing from what quickly became the United States of America. But before you can plant seeds, you have to prepare the ground. Before Christopher Columbus arrived, and after, these countries tried to establish colonies in the New World. Scandinavia, from where the Vikings, excellent sailors, arrived in the wilds of what is now Canada in the 900s. I have been where Leif Erikson set foot on Canadian soil at L'Anse aux Meadows and seen the recreations of that early settlement. Spain, which sponsored the voyages of Columbus. In the first such trip, he landed in Central America in 1492. England, or Great Britain, which sent John Cabot to Asia in 1497, but North America got in the way. Cabot most likely landed on the island of Nova Scotia and could not find a way across the Canadian continent, so he returned to England, and the British did not sail back to North America for more than a century. Portugal sent Pedro Alvarez Cabral to the New World in 1499, and he landed in what is today known as Brazil. This did not have a direct impact on the American Revolution. But France began establishing colonies in New France as early as 1524. Their colonies stretched from northern Canada through the central regions of what today is the United States, down along the Mississippi River to New Orleans. They also colonized areas in the Caribbean. Obviously, with this many countries seeking to establish themselves in the New World, there was going to be some major disagreements. At least 7 major wars preceded the American Revolution. These included the Anglo-Dutch Wars, several, including 1652 to 54, 1665 to 67, 1672 to 74, 1780 to 84, all of which involved Netherlands, or the Dutch, against Britain. King Philip's War, also known as an Indian War, 1675 to 76, Britain versus the Narragansett Indians. The French and Indian Wars, several episodes from 1689 through 1763, Britain versus France. King William's War, 1689 to 1697, another Britain versus France. Queen Anne's War, 1702 to 1713, Britain versus France and Spain. The War of the 1740s, 1740 to 1748, Britain versus Spain and France. The French and Indian War, 1754 to 1763, Britain versus France, with the French resistance ending with the Treaty of Paris. And 13 years later, the American Revolution in 1776. And these wars were not cheap. Pick up the story in Chapter 1.